is something called copyright. Um, Years past, there was a way of copyrighting an idea or copywriting something by sending something in the post. You put your idea down on paper, and then you post it back to yourself, and so you get a sealed envelope. This means that if somebody comes up with the idea, you can tend it in a court of law to say, look, this was my idea, because it's time stamped and unaltered. I've recently come up with what I think is a security solution, and things have changed over the years, but I noticed that you get the same from YouTube video. So if you've got an idea of something and you put that idea as a copyright on YouTube, because the basis is the same, you can, as long as you speak on the video your idea, that's like writing the letter. Once you post it to YouTube, it's time-stamped at the time you put that onto YouTube. So this means that you've time-stamped it and you've got your information on the video, which in essence is the same as you post a video onto YouTube, in essence is the same as posting a letter back to yourself. This is how I believe a copyright can stand strong via a video. Obviously, the writing underneath the video cannot stand as copyright because you can edit it. So you can edit that at any time, and there's no notification of the time of edit. So with a YouTube video being uploaded, there's no way of editing that video. The only way you can edit it is in the Creative Commons section if you put it as a Creative Commons. And that enables you to edit it, but you don't edit the original video. All you do is make a copy of that video. So the video should stand strong against copyright laws if you put an idea on there. And I've recently put an idea on there for a security solution. I had the idea that this could be a good copyright solution. And if you've got an idea that you believe can work and you put a video as a copyrighted solution on YouTube, it should stand strong in court. Should do. It's an educated input of mine. And with you can either put your video private. It doesn't really matter, because when you post a letter to yourself and the letter comes back sealed, there's no knowledge of that copyright being written anywhere. You just have to wait until the idea is there being used, and then contend it with that copyrighted letter and say, look, I had the idea, take it into a court of law, still sealed. And then in the court of law, or this is my understanding, I don't know the law completely, I just know that many years ago you could copyright things, and it's pretty well-known knowledge that you can copyright things with sending the information back to yourself in a letter. How that stands, I do not know. But if you can copyright something by sending it yourself back in a letter, there's no record of that copyright being done anywhere. So the only presumption is that if you've copywritten something or an idea, that you would have to wait for that idea to be implemented and then maybe try and contend it and say, look, I have this idea, I copyrighted it. You can then send that idea out to people or what have you as a copywritten idea. And the formula with a YouTube video is pretty much the same, isn't it? It's time-stamped. You can't alter it. So if you'd like to proceed after this video and have a look at something that I hope is copywritten, that the idea and the implementation of something that I've thought of would hold strong on the thought that somebody might want to take my idea, because I recently had a bad experience, if you like. I'm not going to mention anything no more, but I had a bad experience. I can't prove nothing, but I was on the presumption by the way I was treated in a certain way. And yes, something's in the public domain, it doesn't matter. If you've got something that's copywritten and you can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it's your idea and it was there and implemented, then I believe that a copyright can stand strong. It's not a patent. I had a formula that really came to me over the years by information that I received in my own life, from my own knowledge. I didn't receive any information from anywhere else, so I didn't take anybody else's knowledge first. So the entire formula for my security solution came from everything was my own knowledge, and there was nothing taken from the internet to induce my thoughts, if you like. So that's why I was able to do a copyright on that. Copyright is a little bit different now because there's so much information there. At one time before the internet, you'd just come up with an idea and copyright it, wouldn't you? And keep it safe for yourself. So it's a little bit of and I don't know the ins and outs. It's a bit of an educated leap of faith, if you like. But I have come up with what I believe to be a security solution, and I thought that somebody in an unreachable place, you could say, took something from me, but unbeknowing, because I sent him the video and I had prior videos of the idea, if he decided to take that idea, the actual video on YouTube is copyright. Now, when I gave the video to this person, I put it private, and he asked me to, he said he couldn't access it. And I think that he then made me open it purposefully, because then it becomes public domain, public property. But that may be the case. But I'm hoping that, I come up with this idea. I think it's a good idea. I'm struggling to do anything with it because it's not a product. It's a formula and an idea for something. So I've, in essence, copywritten the idea via video. This could open up an whole new world for people that can't afford something or they think they've got a good idea. Because you can put a video on YouTube, and if it's your idea, you've copywritten it via video. So even if somebody watches that video and proceeds to make something that you've invented, say, or something, your copyright came before they tried to invent it. So you still, I think, have a good case to say, well, my video was on YouTube giving my idea, and this person's gone and made this product after the time that it was copywritten. So even though something comes after it, it doesn't matter because the copyright stands instead. I believe it's still copyright. If somebody wants to use my formula or use my security solution, they would have to pay me or ask my permission to use it, because via YouTube, I've found something with the knowledge that I received over the years, and I presume that sending the letter, the basis is the same. You can't edit the letter. I can't edit the video. It's time-stamped as the letter is. And they're really the two bases for copyright. So I believe that this formula, I've taken a leap of faith that this may help not just me, but other people get something on the internet. Because many people in a working life might come up with an idea. You might be a carpet fitter or a plumber or a joiner or something like that. And to veer from your everyday life and all of a sudden become a businessman with a business plan, doing this and trying to find figures for that and figures for this and figures for that, it's too much to comprehend. Yet somebody that's got a good pot of money, they don't have to do that. They can see a good idea and they can say, right, can you do that? I want you to do that. I want you to do that and you to do that. And they're all qualified people. But for the working man, or for somebody that thinks they've got a good idea, the ability to be able to copyright an idea via YouTube actually opens the world up in such a way that you no longer have to sit on an idea. You can actually just do a video off your iPhone as you get the idea, put it onto YouTube, and it's there, copywritten as your idea. And maybe this will start a trend, or a channel or a company may jump on this now and go, right, let's do a YouTube copyright channel and get people to do videos and upload them, and then people can have a look at the ideas and then have a contact number or something for people to say, can I purchase your idea? I would like to use your idea, and you've got copyright on that idea. I would like to offer you X amount of pounds to either bring your product or your idea to market, and they cannot do it without your permission. That's why something is copyright, isn't it? Because you own it. You own the copyright for that thing. So this may help people that, because sometimes, I mean, I don't know about everybody, but sometimes people do get ideas and they don't know what to do with them. They're scared that somebody will steal it. These are all the problems I've had. And I've reached out. I've been to 2 banks. I told them the idea. Obviously, they're under confidentiality, being in the bank. I mean, you wouldn't want somebody to go into the bank and say, how much money might I make going to the bank? And they go, they're not allowed to tell you. So anything within the bank is really disclosed, isn't it? So I told the idea to 2 bank tellers. I went into a room with one guy and he says, well, tell me your idea. I'll see what I can do about. So I asked to go in front of some people that had some financial backing. I hadn't got a clue what I'd got, and I hadn't got a product. And this formula would create and go into many products. And it's sort of, I'm at the ground level, and everywhere I need to be with my idea is corporate level. And it's very difficult for somewhere in between. So I've actually reached out on occasion to somebody that might have a little bit of money to be able to finance my idea. And I don't know what's happened, but I'm hoping, I mean, I can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the idea is mine, and the source of the information that gave me the idea and my understanding upon language. But I was hoping that this would open something new up on YouTube and enable to just give their ideas out. That, if you get an idea, put it on YouTube, it's your idea then. And maybe somebody will decide to make an area. And I mean, there is, isn't there? There's like there is places you can go, and they'll fund you if they think your idea feasible. But you have to have set amounts. So before you go into these places, where people will give you money for a share of their the business or whatever it is that they do, and you can put this on YouTube, and you can stand safe with it because really you've got the copyright to the idea. And I hope that that's a good leap of faith on my part, that the fact that something that's copywritten is solely owned by the person, and I've taken no information from anywhere else. So if somebody was to go, well, he must have took information from somewhere else to get the idea, and they go, well, that's all I've done. Yes, he gave me the idea. I went off and did something with it because I was able to. Now, excuse me, if somebody reaches out to somebody that's got a few quid and can help them, they're looking for help in that matter. And if they're trying to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the information came from elsewhere, then that's not a really nice place to go, is it? But I can honestly say, hand on heart, that my whole idea came from me, and I do have a source of where it came from. So if you do copyright something in the future, maybe it's a good way to have a source by putting it on a web page or something, or a blog. So, thank you. Bye-bye.